Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Kristi and this is my dog Sammy, and we are traveling in this 144 converted Sprinter van. Today I want to share my top 10 van life essentials that are under $50. I wanted to share some things that were practical and affordable that just make van life easier, because let's face it, a lot of things in van life can add up and get kind of pricey. So finding things that are affordable that really make the day-to-day van life experience easier, more comfortable, and more livable is just really a great thing to find and share. Now, I just want to say that this video is not sponsored. So everything I'm sharing is just based on my own experience. I've been traveling in vans for several years, and most of these items have been with me for quite some time. And so I've put them to the test and really been using them daily, weekly, throughout my travels. So I'm gonna start today with one of my favorite items, which are microfiber camp towels. These camp towels I bought on Amazon. Right now they are going for about $13.99. And I really love using microfiber camp towels for a few different reasons. One, the size. So these are super small and compact. You can see that they are tiny and pack up into this little zipper bag, which makes it easy to put into your cabinetry. But the other thing is that they also dry super fast. So you can see here that they are really thin and they have a hook that you can use to hang them from. So when you're done taking a shower, you can just hang them on a hook in your van, and within maybe an hour, half an hour, they'll be dry again, and then you can put them away. I also love this little travel bag because whether you're showering in your van, or let's say you're gonna go take a shower maybe at a gym or a campground shower or some other place, it's really easy to just toss in a bag with your other toiletries, shampoos, and just really easy to pack with you and not really have to think about it. Comes with a bath towel, a hand towel, and a washcloth all in the set. The next item that I have kind of goes along with the theme of organization, and that is packing cubes. So if you saw my van tour video, I talked about how I use packing cubes exclusively in the upper storage of my van. And so I have this larger size, and then I have two of these smaller sizes. And I actually have multiple sets of these. This is a 3-pack that you can buy from IKEA. And the great thing about these is that they're only $7.99, so they're super affordable. I have had these for several years, and the zippers have held up really well. The fabric has held up really well. And the large one also has a mesh pocket on the outside as well. So the large size here, I'll kind of hold it up so you can see. This is great for shirts and pants or bottoms, or maybe like thin sweatshirts and long sleeve shirts. And then the smaller size is great for undergarments, socks, that kind of thing. I really prefer using packing cubes in my upper cabinets because it keeps everything organized and I can pack more and pack it more efficiently. I find that just having clothes stacked in the cabinets, they fall over, they move around, and it doesn't really hold as much. And in a van this small, being really efficient with your storage is important. I'm sticking with the theme of clothing, and I'm going to talk about this laundry bag that I have. So I'm going to hold this up here. This is a laundry bag that I got on Amazon. It on the front has a pocket where you can put like laundry soap or dryer sheets. On the inside, it has a zipper pocket, and then on the back, it has kind of like backpack style straps, and then it has a drawstring right on the top that you can use to close it up. Now this is great because obviously you're going to have dirty clothes, you're going to need to wash them, and you're going to need to have a place for them to go in the van. So I keep this dirty clothes bag right underneath the van. This was on Amazon for $14.99, and again, this is something that I use every single week. And then the last item I have kind of along the quality of life is I have this mini JBL speaker. Now this is dust proof and it has some water resistant, waterproof capabilities. It's really small. You can see this is like about the size of my hand or like the deck of cards, but it has a really great sound, has a little loop that you could hang it from. So if you have any hooks in your van, you could hang it from a hook. But I use this a lot to listen to music. I connect it to like a computer or an iPad to watch movies or TV. And I find that this is just really great to have in the van. And it just makes van life just so enjoyable to have a little speaker, you know, just for those entertainment, cozy movie nights, you know, listening to music while you're making dinner or just relaxing. And it's super small and compact, so it really doesn't take up any space. Right now on Amazon, these are going for about $39.99, but I know I've seen these on sale, so you might be able to get it for around $25 if there's a sale running. For me, I just keep this right in my little spice rack here. Next up, we're going to take a look in the kitchen area here, and I have a couple items to show you that one is in the cabinetry here, and that is the cookware that I have. Now I keep the cookware separated with microfiber cloths just to keep things from rattling around, but I have a 3-piece set. Now I got this set from Walmart. It came with an 11-inch pan. It's kind of a sage green on the bottom outside, which is really pretty. And then I'd say this is an 8-inch pan. And then it also came with a saucepan here and a lid, a glass lid. What I really love about these though is it has a detachable handle. So the handle just snaps on like this and then clips right off. These pots and pans come in a set of an 8-piece set. Right now it's on sale at Walmart for $24.99 on their website. I think I paid about $33 for the set. I love it because it's induction friendly, which is what I have in my van, and it stacks perfectly. So it's, you know, really great for van life because space is really a premium and it's hard to fit a full-size set of pots and pans. So I can put this in here right underneath my dishes and it tucks right in there. And then the other item that I wanted to highlight is this OXO pour over. So this is a 3-piece pour over coffee. It has the bottom piece here that you put the coffee filter and the grounds in. The top piece, the plastic piece that you pour the water in, and then a lid to keep it hot. And this is great for van life because you can simply set this right on top of your mug and make about a 16-ounce cup of coffee, and it's really no mess. I used a French press for a while, but honestly, it was really hard to keep the coffee grounds cleaned out of the French press, and I really try not to put any food items in my gray tank, and so I just found it was a little more like upkeep than I really wanted to deal with. So this is great because once you're done making coffee, you can grab the filter and just toss it in the trash. And it's a lot simpler to clean up. You can just rinse this out and put it away. I keep it right under my sink with my tea kettle. I have an electric tea kettle down there as well. This is selling on Amazon right now for $19.99. Again, I've had this now for at least 2 years. And I use this, I mean, I drink coffee practically every day. The last thing I want to talk about in the front of the van here is the cover for my MaxxAir fan. Pretty much every van build I've ever seen has had one of these fans in either the front of the van or over the bed. And for the last several years, I've been traveling in a different van and I'd never had a cover for my MaxxAir fan. It was so noisy to drive on the road. It let in a ton of road noise, just lots of wind, and obviously light as well if you don't have a cover for it. This came with my van build. but this has been a total game changer. And I wish I was exaggerating, but now when I drive my van, it is so quiet. This is magnetic and it's insulated, and it just snaps right into place on the fan. There are several places online where you can buy these. I'll link to one in the description below. You can get them for around $39.99. This is something that I would highly recommend. I love this and I would not travel again without it. We're gonna wrap up my list with a couple of items in the back of the van. I have two items here that are really van life focused. The first is my Camco water hose. Now this is a collapsible water hose, and I used to travel around with a regular water hose that was just really unwieldy and also took up a lot of space. So this collapsible one comes with its own mesh drawstring bag. It's super small. It's around $23 right now on Amazon. This was a great purchase for me, and I keep it right here back in the bed panel where my water fill is. The last item on the list today is probably the least expensive. I think it is the least expensive. It's only 99 cents, and I also got it from IKEA, and it is this shoe bag. The great thing about it is that it's big enough for a pair of hiking boots. When you're out hiking, the last thing you want to do is like put your hiking boots back in your clean van and get sand, mud, or like clay everywhere. So I have found these to be super helpful. I can put my dirty hiking boots in these, toss them in the back of the van, or toss them in the back of this REI gear hauler that I have. It just keeps like them from getting dirt just everywhere. So really love these. You could probably fit 2 or 3 regular pairs of shoes in here, or 1 pair of hiking boots. We're back in the van now with the last item on the list today, which is this magnetic light bar. The light bar is going for about $29.99 on Amazon. I like this for a couple reasons. Right now, I don't have any exterior lighting outside my van. So when I'm letting Sammy out at night, I really want to have a way to be able to see where I'm going and to see what's around me. This light has the ability to change the brightness and also to change the color temperature, but also to auto sense movement and turn on. So I can leave the light on the auto sensing mode and keep it magnetized to the outside of the van. And then anytime I'm letting Sammy out, the light will turn on automatically so I can see outside. Hopefully I'll be able to get lights on the outside of my van at some point, but for now, this has been a really good solution to that problem. It's something that I can also stick, inside my van for extra light if I need to. So anywhere there's a magnetic surface, the van door, sliding door, the rear van doors, or obviously anywhere outside the van. All right, so that wraps up my top 10 van life essentials for under $50. Thanks so much for being here today with us. We will continue our travels and see you in the next video. For now, bye.